Have you ever been treated unjustly, and when you walked away, the one who mistreated you seemed to suffer? It's a situation many of us have experienced, especially in the realm of relationships. Picture this: a man harboring narcissistic traits treats a woman poorly, yet he never anticipates her departure. She leaves, and suddenly his world grows dim. A peculiar predicament, wouldn't you agree? It's a perplexing scenario, isn't it? Let's delve deeper into this. Imagine this: a woman, strong and independent, finds herself entangled with a man who, beneath his charming exterior, harbors a narcissistic personality. Now this man, let's call him John, is quite the charmer. He's charismatic, magnetic, and seemingly attentive. Our woman, Jane, is initially drawn in by this allure, but as the days turn into weeks, she starts to notice a pattern. John's attention seems to come with strings attached. His charm is conditional. His warmth quickly dissipates when Jane asserts herself or disagrees with him. He treats her poorly, belittles her opinions, and expects her to endure his behavior without a word of protest. John's narcissism begins to show its ugly face. Jane, being the strong and resilient woman she is, decides to confront John. She's met with denial, gaslighting, and more disrespect. John's true colors are now on full display. Jane realizes that she's not dealing with a man who values her, but a man who values control. The man she thought was charming now seems more like a puppeteer, and she's the puppet. And so she decides to leave. She breaks free from the strings, from the manipulation, from the narcissistic control. And John? Well, he's surprised, he's confused, he's miserable. But here's the kicker: his misery isn't about losing Jane. No, it's about losing control over Jane. John's narcissistic traits are laid bare. He's not miserable because he misses Jane's companionship, her love, or her presence in his life. He's miserable because he no longer has someone to manipulate, to belittle, to control. The man's misery is not due to the loss of the woman, but the loss of control over her. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's the reality for many. Now you may ask, what's the spiritual cause and effect in all of this? Well, let's dive into the spiritual realm for a moment. In many traditions, there's a concept known as karma. It's the idea that whatever energy we put out into the universe, it comes back to us in some form or another. It's a kind of spiritual law of cause and effect. When actions are driven by ill intentions, like the narcissistic traits we discussed earlier, it can lead to negative consequences. This isn't some sort of punishment from a vengeful God, but rather the natural result of harmful behavior. The universe simply reflects back the energy that we put out. Let's apply this to our story. The man's actions, his poor treatment of the woman, were driven by selfishness and lack of empathy. These negative behaviors, these negative energies were sent out into the universe, and so they inevitably bounced back. His misery, his loneliness, these are not punishments. They are reflections of his own actions, his own energy. He treated the woman poorly, and now he experiences the negative consequences of that behavior. In the grand scheme of things, this is a cosmic balancing act. It's the universe's way of restoring order. It's a reminder that our actions have consequences, that we are not disconnected from the world around us, but rather deeply intertwined in this intricate web of cause and effect. So, what can we learn from this? The journey we've explored today sheds light on the narcissistic traits often displayed by individuals who treat others poorly without cause. It's crucial to understand that such behavior is not about you, but about them. It's their inner turmoil, their own misery. We've also delved into the spiritual cause and effect, the cosmic balance that exists in the universe. It's a reminder that every action has a reaction, every cause and effect. It assures us that toxicity and negativity will not go unanswered by the universe. In the face of such behavior, remember the power of self-respect and self-love. Do not be afraid to step away from relationships that bring you down. Your absence can indeed cause others misery, but it's not your responsibility to fix them. Remember, your absence may be someone's misery, but it's also your liberation. Stand firm in your worth and let the universe do the rest.